Hello everyone, welcome again to another video of this React.js series. So far we have seen how we build components, what is the folder structure, and how we pass different props to another component. So now in this tutorial we will be learning what is JSX. So JSX is something like you are writing HTML components inside a JavaScript component. For example, in React you might have noticed that we write this HTML elements like div p and etc inside this JavaScript elements. So let me give you a good example. So in this components I will create another folder. Let me give it some name of test.js. Okay, so I am creating a functional component here. So for that the shortcut is RFC. Okay, so now here you might be able to see a functional component, and so once again I am writing some dummy text here, and now I will import this one here. So let's remove these things, or let's just comment it out. So import test from components slash test. Okay, now when I write test here, then you can see the dummy text of this functional component here. So here you can understand that a class component and a functional component work somewhat similar. So but you might be saying that what is the difference? Well, that we will look in the upcoming tutorials. So now talking about, we can also make this functional component something like this, like where we have a variable constant name test, and this is the arrow function, and here we will be returning the HTML elements. Okay, so one more note, that here also you need to wrap everything in one div or one parent class. For example, if I use multiple children of this return statement, then it won't work. It needs just one child. For example, I need only one div which holds everything, which may hold multiple divs may like such like this. But I can't have something like two divs here. So I hope that you got that we can't have two parents, we need to have one parent, of which we can have infinite number of children. So let's just get with this. And here also you might have noticed that I have wrapped everything inside one div, and if I give multiple divs here, then once again let me show you the error. It will show me error that adjacent JSX element must be wrapped in an enclosing tag. So it wants me to put these two divs in one parent. I hope you got what I needed to say, and if you do such things, then you might get a red mark here. So don't just get panicked that why I'm getting red marks here. It's just because you haven't put your elements in single parent. So the same goes like here. And now I will be exporting this test variable here, and now let's see what happens. So here you can see that whatever we have inside this constant, that's been exported here. So now this is what JSX, we have our HTML elements inside you can say a JavaScript code. So you might know JavaScript and ES6 etc. You might be knowing this arrow function and all. Now what is the use of this bracket? So let me also demonstrate you props with the help of this example. So for example, here you pass some name like Ram here, and now I need to catch it. So you might be knowing that in functional component we used to do it with the help of this dot props, and where we didn't needed the help of any arguments, but here we would need arguments, like for example props here, and then I won't need to specify this dot props because it's directly getting the value from here, and then I need to write the name of my key, which is pop. And once again, if I write this here, then it would give me an error. And also you can see that this variable is declared but it's never used. So once again, you can see here it is telling about this props that it's been undefined. So in order to overcome it, you don't need to use the variable this there in functional components. And also I don't need to only write props here, I can write the name of any variable. I can take help, you can see the output remains unchanged. So that is the concept here. And if you might be saying that why don't we use full JavaScript here, so let me just take you to this React. So here you can see that this React DOM.render, it is a JavaScript code. So for example, we have keywords like if we have something like this here, const, then we are having some code like this, something like this. I am unable to remember, so let me just go through JSX here. Okay, so here you guys can see that React DOM.render element.get element by id root. So this is a pure JavaScript. And this is how the pure JavaScript code is done for a particular element. So yes, so the main intention is to spread knowledge. So I hope that you guys are getting some inputs through this. Okay, so let's just get back to the code. And once again, here I need to return the, here I am writing the pure JavaScript code in order to return this thing. Okay, so here the first argument, let me just write in a separate line, is the div tag. So as I included everything like h1 here inside the div, so the first argument would be div, or if you want h1 tag it, then here you can go with h1. And then again I need to create this element. If I don't do that, then I would directly get the string. So let me just give you the demo once, then it would be more clear to you guys. So let's just see what happens here. Okay, so here is the pure JavaScript code of whatever we wrote here. Suppose I want something like this. Okay, so I forgot that prop thing. Just write it here. Just hope me get it right. Okay, So I hope that you got what I needed to demonstrate you. So if you directly want hello here, then you can directly write a hello. But as I also needed the h1 tag here, something like this, so I also needed to create a separate element for this h1. So I hope you guys got what I needed to tell you. Yes, so I just forgot to write t there, and yeah, it works fine. And also if you want this value of prop there, then you can give a single inverted comma. So and then you need to give a dollar because we are using a variable here, so this dollar should be outside this bracket. And now you might be wondering that which is this. So this is on the left side of key 1 on your horizontal side of on your horizontal number plate of your keyboard. If you use a single quote, then I don't think that it would work. So just point that to that for this single quote we need to use the single inverted comma on the horizontal pane of your keyboard, horizontal number pane. I hope you got that, where we have this tiled option. So yeah, so this is the pure JavaScript of whatever we needed here. So that is why if we have more than 50 or 100 div tag in one inside another, so this would become really dreadful to know what actually is going on through the code. So that is why we use this JSX. And I also hope that you guys got how we pass the props to a functional component. So yeah, so guys, so thanks for watching this, and hope I see you in the next. Thank you.